wondering from everyone who has gotten here together tonight, if this feels like it has been a really long year, or if this feels like it has been going by in a blink of an eye. So if you have a second, just put one word in and we share it with everyone to see what the feedback is and what the sense is from everyone in how this year is going by. So far, I have to say, it seems like something like it's flying by, winning right now. This consensus is that this year is going by really quickly. But then there's a really good comment that said January feels like 5 years ago. And I think that seems somehow true. But then I'm also remembering Easter and all the Zoom meetings that started right around that time too. Crazy fast. And I think gathered and all of it, just quickly looking at the responses that have happened, it seems like that everyone feels like it's going really quickly. So we are in October, and I seem to think, yeah, you're right. I think it's going probably rather quickly. So one of the things that we've always taken pride in was actually the sense of convening and getting together. And we're not able to do it right now, but we earlier this week, or actually sometime last week, actually we did it. We launched a survey and we asked individuals if they are ready to meet in person. And I thought I wanted to share with you tonight just some of those results, because I thought you would be interested in seeing if people are open to actually meeting and having a gathering in business meetings. And initially it was almost 50-50, but as we were for the last 5 or 6 days, as some of the cases have changed and some of the guidelines are changing, it looks like right now that it's almost 70, a little bit more, 70% of the people in responses are saying like they're not that comfortable with meeting in person at this time, and that's the response they're getting. I just wanted to let you know that we are at all times are 100% committed to only ever gathering if it is safe and under the conditions that is fully safe. But it was interesting to hear and get that feedback. If you haven't had a chance to fill out the survey following this Business After 5 and sometime tomorrow, you will receive a follow-up email from us with a lot of information, and maybe we'll include that link in there too. And we would love to get a sense from your opinion as well, to seeing like if you are comfortable, if you practice all the provincial, regional and federal guidelines as outlined by health authorities. So in advance, thank you for your feedback, and we'll keep you posted on what the sense is across Niagara. But for us to get together like we are today, we couldn't do it without the partnerships that we have. And our deepest thanks go to Meridian Credit Union, who is Canada's second largest credit union. They have over 92 locations across Ontario and 12 commercial banking centers, managing over $24 billion in assets and serving over 400,000 members, including 25,000 of them, which are small business members. And last year, Meridian also expanded their offerings across Canada through the launch of Modus Bank. It's a fully digital national bank with members across Canada. But I really wanted to just say how much these partnerships mean to us. It allows us to bring small businesses, any size business, together in a room like we are tonight, to exchange ideas, to make new connections, and to further our own business goals, and in many ways our own individual goals too. So my thanks to Meridian Credit Union for making it happen. And on that note, I thought I'll pass the mic over to Brett Roberts. He's the manager of small business at Meridian Credit Union, for some opening remarks. Brett?
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Mishka. We're proud to continue sponsoring the Business After 5 for 2020. Although, as you know, Mishka alluded to, it's certainly different than the traditional face-to-face meetings that we've been enjoying in the past. But in many ways, some of you have also mentioned that, you know, they found the virtual format during COVID-19 to be very valuable. So thanks, Mishka, for continuing to set that up. I wanted to speak just a minute today about Small Business Month. As many of you know, October is Small Business Month, and during COVID, there are many virtual ways to participate, kind of replacing the breakfast, lunches, webinars, and other live events that we've seen in the past. Meridian's partnered with GNCC to actually provide a series of 4 virtual webinars over the next 4 weeks. you're all invited to those, and we're proud to sponsor those. So, when it comes to small business, many small businesses have taken a hit due to COVID-19 this year. And so when we hear how important small business is to the Canadian economy, which we always hear during Small Business Month, it's especially more so now. Despite the fact that many have sustained these hits, I'm heartened to hear lots of stories about businesses being adaptive, creative, innovative, resilient. I don't think I've ever heard the word pivot used so much as I have in the last little while. And, some of this adaptivity will survive long after COVID is over, but not everybody has been able to pivot their business. So we need to acknowledge that some businesses, small and large, have been devastated during this time. And, despite government programs and assistance, are in dire straits. There's never been a better time to actually shop local and support businesses. And I'd encourage you all to do so. At Meridian, we're doing our best to have members' backs and to provide flexibility. And I'd like to acknowledge, finally, GNCC for the efforts that Mishka and the GNCC make. The 4 o'clock emails every day, the updates on the government programs and assistance that's available have been invaluable to many. Not just so much to small business, but also to people. I also look to your emails, Mishka, to kind of confirm some of the things that I know and I'm working on with government programs. So just like to say you've done a very good job of that, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brad. I really appreciate it. And thank you very much for your kind comments. And I think it's a reflection of everyone here, but I also have to say that a lot of the ideas that we have put forward in these last 6 months of transition were ideas that came from people who are here tonight. Suggestions that have come forward from you where you said and indicated, these are the things that we need, how can we help you out? And so thank you for supporting it all throughout. Brad mentioned a couple of things, and again, we'll follow up with them in a follow-up email tomorrow. One of them he mentioned had to do with the Small Business Month. It's a significant month when we take a look at how many businesses and people are employed in the small business area, especially in Niagara here. And all the details about the upcoming sessions will be shared tomorrow. And then the other thing is the hint at to shop local. To shop local while we're moving into Thanksgiving, and we're looking at, we have a chance to buy local food, to buy local plants for our gardens, decorations for our houses that we have, local wine and beer and other things. So whatever we can do to support local, I think it's going to make a critical difference to those business owners, and especially those small business owners that really rely on our support. One of the initiatives that we have put forward in partnership with Meridian Credit Union has also been the Facebook page called Niagara Shop Local. If you don't or haven't joined it yet, please do so. There's a lot of great ideas, great dialogues that are happening about little and amazing treasures in our backyard that we might not even be aware of. So if you have a chance, check it out. And I think you'll be surprised about the great dialogue that is taking place in that Facebook group. So hope you can make it. Upcoming, I also wanted to point out 2 things, because I'm looking at the screen and I'm thinking we have our upcoming the Women in Business Awards. It's a virtual event as well taking place. But I think if there ever has been a year that it's maybe more important than it ever has been beforehand, actually recognizing women in business. It's an event that we're holding later on in November, and we'll forward a nomination form to you if you know anyone or are interested in being part of it, just to take a look at the event. And if you know an amazing woman that is involved in a business, doesn't have to own the business, can just be part of an organization, can be working in the arts, in the nonprofit, could be any sector, we'd love to honor her in November. So any feedback and input would be greatly appreciated. Just for today's format, similar to what we've done in the past, we have 2 breakout sessions, each of them being approximately 18 minutes long. If you are currently experiencing any tech issues, please stay behind in the main room, and Brad and Emma will help you through that. So no need to go into a breakout room, but they will help you. And for those of you who are going into breakout rooms, if you can make sure to mute your mic when you're not talking, it often helps. And also if you have a chance to introduce yourself as you're getting into the breakout rooms, it always breaks the ice and makes it easier for everyone else. And afterwards, we will actually send out contact information of all participants of tonight's gathering to everyone following this event. If you do not want to share it, just let us know and we will keep you off that list. But on that note, I'm going to pass it on to all the wizards in the background who are going to make these breakout rooms happening. And once we come back from the first break that we have, we're really pleased to have the corporate sales manager with Greg Frewin to also give us some of her remarks at that time. So thank you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the breakout room. Until everyone is back, I think we're pretty good. So I'm not 100% sure what your conversation was like in each one of the breakout rooms, but we had a good conversation about what our upcoming Thanksgiving will look like. Some great local restaurants that we need to support. There was a predominant thought about the need to support local, which was really, really good to hear. And the question came also forward if there are other forums like this that we can all connect with, or that some of us might be interested in. So we'll keep you posted on it too, but it was good to hear that this is something that you, that is of great value. I am, at this point, it is my great pleasure actually to introduce to you the host actually of tonight's Business After 5. Under regular circumstances, we would have all met at Greg Frewin Theatre, which I think is, which I think all of you are familiar with. Wild Magic is being performed by International Grand Champion of Magic, Greg Frewin, who has dazzled audiences of all ages with a powerful mix of the most outrageous, astonishing, and mind-bending acts of magic and illusion. And I'm sure that many of you have attended some of his performances in the past, and it's extraordinary. I think it's world-class, and it always has been a real treat to take part in it. From the Greg Frewin Theatre with us tonight is their corporate sales manager, Larysa, and I'm going to ask her for some comments on behalf of Greg Frewin, and maybe also giving us a little bit of an idea of what is happening at Greg Frewin. Larysa?
Great, thank you, Mishka, and thank you everyone for participating today. I'd like to thank Meridian also for always being a great sponsor of the BA5s. And also I'd like to thank Meridian for the shop, Niagara Shop Local, Niagara Local Shop. I can't remember what the name of it is. Hang on. Niagara Shop Local, there you go. We are this week's gift certificate, so make sure you let all your friends know that they can win a $100 gift certificate to the Greg Frewin Theatre. So again, thank you everybody for showing up. Greg Frewin Theatre is open. We opened as of July 30th. And most of you, I think, perhaps know about the theater. We have 650 seats in the theater. So absolutely no worry about social distancing with the numbers that we are currently getting. It's been a bit of a difficult time. We do have shows, mostly Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Our Saturdays have been great. We think they're great. Numbers are 100 or above, which during this time is actually quite good. We can absolutely social distance, as I said. We do have masks are mandatory. We do have 6 feet distance mandatory. We do have an ingress and egress that is also, we're able to social distance. So what we're able to do is when people do come in to the theater, they stay within their social circle, and we do allow only one group in at a time. We seat them down, the next group comes in. It's the same on the exit. When we do exit everybody, it's by level, by table. So people aren't intermingling. We're very, very conscious of the distancing protocol. We do have an intermission. The show is still 90 minutes long. With the intermission, we do have the front of house manager who does come along and asks people if they need to use the restrooms. They do that by level as well. So we try our best to encourage everybody to social distance. They must wear their masks when they leave their table. So protocol is all good. We do not have the buffet anymore, which of course we can't, but we do have full table service. And when I say full table service, I mean, of course, plated dinners, bar service, concession service, and even magic shop service. So our little stuffies and our magic kits are also sold table to table. So Brett was talking about that pivot. Wow, have we ever pivoted? Absolutely, we have. Also, we are still booking events. We unfortunately had a huge loss with all of our cancellations of our events. But I'll tell you about one that we had recently. It was on September 30th. It was a fundraiser for Women's Place, and all the participants used our stage. There was no audience, but there was an audience, and it was very similar to this. It was a live stream audience. The lip syncing contest, all of the proceeds went to Women's Place. There were 8 people that did the lip syncing. It went very well. We had a group or a company called WeStream who did all of the streaming. All of the guests actually got to vote for their favorites, and everyone had a great time. The fundraiser was able to raise almost $3,500, which is amazing. So if anyone is out there and you're looking for a way to fundraise, we've got the means. Also, we do have some shows coming up, and these are live audience shows on October 25th, my apologies. We do have Intimate Elvis. So we are almost the second home to Graceland, I think. Every year we do have our Elvis Festival, but unfortunately that was canceled. But we are doing a one afternoon show on October the 25th with an audience. That is almost sold out. So if anyone is a big Elvis fan, book your tickets soon. The other one is actually a fundraiser as well, and it's for Veterans Canada. The Jim Stahl Band, which is a big band sound, will be performing with, and I apologize, I don't remember who the 2 singers are, but we have both a female and a male singer who will be singing with the band. I think a lot of the songs will be sort of, you know, your army songs and things like that, as well as others. But that is coming up on November the 8th. So that is available to purchase tickets too. Now, just a bit about, one more event that we're working on. So we've been happy to sponsor the Good News Breakfast for Project Share at the theater for the last 2 years. Of course, that's something that we won't be able to do live again this year, but we will be doing it through a streaming service as well. We will be having that sort of fundraising portion to help out Project Share. They are very much in need, as we all know. These times are difficult for everybody, but more so for those who don't have the means to, you know when their next meal is, or know sorry, my apologies, but they need help. Let's put it that way. So we are working with them very hard. And just one more thing, sorry, talking about pivot. So before COVID, we were actually going to rebrand. So what a time to have to stop rebranding. We are in the midst of branding, and COVID happened, but it didn't phase us. We put that on hold. We are going to move forward with that at a certain point, but at this point, we're still wild magic, and I appreciate that. Serena, question is, what's the cost on the 25th for the Elvis event? You, I think, might know prices better than me.
Prices range between $55 per person and $40 per person, and that does include a shared appetizer platter.
With your social circle.
With your social circle, yes, very important.
I think, have I taken up all of my time, Mishka? I believe maybe I have, so I'll unmute.
Thank you very much, actually, both Larysa and Serena, for actually joining us this evening. And thank you for all that you do, actually, and courageously moving forward in this one, in a safe way. And I really wanted to reiterate that. I think people are looking for things to do within their social bubble, within their safety, you know, like, and feeling that they're safe as they're moving forward. And as we feel safe going to a restaurant or to a bar, I think it's safe to actually also enjoy entertainment at the same time. So thank you for all that you're doing. And on that note, we're ready for the next breakout session. This is great. I think we're all back together, and we're very conscious that it's 6 o'clock on a beautiful Tuesday evening. And I wanted to just say to everyone who has joined us tonight, the overall theme in both breakout sessions for us have been as buy local food, support your local business, buy local fall plants, decorations, enjoy local entertainment that is in our backyard. Enjoy and buy local wines, and especially as we're going into this rather unusual Thanksgiving, enjoy the Thanksgiving with all the amazing things that actually Naga businesses, farmers, restaurants, entertainment places that are offering to us, actually, in really making it a different experience. It is, as always, a different business after 5 when we come together like this, but I wanted to thank you all for being with us tonight, and I wish you, on behalf of my colleagues and our board, a really happy, although unusual, Thanksgiving. Thank you for being with us tonight, and thanks to Meridian Credit Union and to Greg Frewin for making this evening possible. Have a really, really good evening and a wonderful long weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.